Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Raider1717, and just thought I would do a little quick movie haul with a twist. Picked up a few things and got 2 movies from the library. Yes, I am one of those dinosaurs that still utilizes the library for books and for movies. So let's get into it. First up, you guys can see here, this is True Romance. This is a little harder to find on Blu-ray. I actually got this off of a friend who was getting rid of some stuff, so I took it, and free is always good, especially when it's a cool-ass movie like True Romance, so was happy to get that. It's an upgrade from my DVD. Next is Basketball Diaries. I think Leonardo DiCaprio, I mean, a lot of people say that What's Eating Gilbert Grape is like one of his best performances. I would say Basketball Diaries is probably one of his best performances. This is actually, I mean, other than Growing Pains, because Growing Pains is actually where I was first introduced to him. But this movie, for me, was where I first became aware of him as an actor and what he could do as an actor. Not a lot of people talk about this movie, maybe because it's a little bit on the depressing side, but I have a weird thing for like depressing movies or existential movies. I don't know, pretentious movies at times. Yeah, anyways, Basketball Diaries. I never ever had this in my collection, to be honest. Actually, that's not true. I probably did like many moons ago, and I probably had it on VHS, but I never had it on like any updated format. So glad to have this. And Halloween, John Carpenter, Halloween. Probably one of my favorite horror movies out of the big mainstream franchises. My absolute favorite is Child's Play, but Halloween is right up there with it. John Carpenter is an amazing director. There's lots of stuff that he's done that I really, really like. And this movie is also, well, this release of this movie is also an Anchor Bay. So I found it for like, I think $3 or something, and had to pick it up. Awesome. Who doesn't like friggin' Halloween? Halloween 1 and Halloween 2 being my 2 favorites from the whole franchise. Next is another Anchor Bay, and this is Evil Dead 2. Sam Raimi, another one of my most favorite directors. I love him. His Spider-Man trilogy will always be my Spider-Man. I don't care how many reboots they do of Spider-Man. Sam Raimi Spider-Man for the movies, for the screen, is my Spider-Man. And I just love him. The way he filmed the first Evil Dead, I watched a couple different documentaries on that. I mean, it's insane. Him and those actors literally just suffered to make that movie. Physically, just mentally, they suffered. And they put out this amazing piece of independent work. And from that arose this whole trilogy of amazing work. I would say that this is probably my favorite in the trilogy, although I do have a soft spot for Army of Darkness. But you got to give mad respect to Sam Raimi as a director. He's fantastic, and he just created magic with the Evil Dead. So awesome. And here's the twist. Here are my library checkouts, both Criterion. Any of you guys who are into movies, I'm sure you're all aware of the Criterion collection. I don't have any personally in my collection, and there's a reason for that. Because they're not cheap. First of all, they're amazing. I mean, these are movies that have been lovingly restored by other fellow movie buffs and geeks who don't just watch a movie, but just throw themselves into everything about that movie. And the list that they have, the library of Criterion Collection movies is immense. And so because of the price tag that comes with it, and it is worth the price, I have to be really selective about what I want to get, like in that Criterion version. So what I do is I will basically get them out of the library, watch them. If I feel like it's something I want to shuck out the extra money for, I will. If not, then it is what it is. But I will get it on like either Blu-ray or DVD. But I'll have it in my collection, but I just won't have it in this format. So Bottlerocket, this is Wes Anderson. Admittedly, I'm not the hugest Wes Anderson fan, but I feel like Bottlerocket may be something that is kind of up my alley. So definitely excited to check this out and read the little booklet that comes with it, because Criterion gives you little reading material, a little bit of reading material, plus they give you like secondary discs so that you can, watch documentaries and all these like super cool extras. And this is Straw Dogs. This is the original Straw Dogs with Dustin Hoffman in it. And I don't know if I'm prepared to watch this movie. I'd like to say that I am, but there's some shit that happens that goes down in this movie, and I want to talk about it, but in the same token, I kind of want to maybe save it for a review. And I know that I've been saying that I'm going to do reviews and stuff, and I will. I've just been so busy with actual life that I haven't had the time to sit down and really decide what movies I want to talk about and stuff. A lot of the stuff I like, I would say, is cult films, a lot of cult classics. I'm really into that type of thing. I like all different types of genres, but I mean, I think one of my sort of sweet spots is cult classics. It's like a guilty pleasure. Plus, I watched a lot of like late night cable TV, and so a lot of the movies I saw were just B-rated movies and stuff like that, or just weird fucking shit. I like oddball stuff. I mean, I can appreciate the mainstream and I can appreciate all of that, but I think what really gets me excited about film and about movies is stuff that has a very independent soul, and it's a person who has a vision or an idea, and it sounds really, really fucked up, but they don't care and they go for it anyway. And which is why I like The Room. It is a terrible movie, but it's such a good terrible movie, and I like it for that reason, because I think it's hope springs eternal. That if you're a creative person, and like for me, I really like writing and drawing. So if you're a creative person in any way, and you have aspirations to do something with that talent that you have, seeing a movie like The Room gives you hope that you could chase that dream and achieve it in some way. So yeah, back to Straw Dogs. The Room is a very different film, but Straw Dogs with Dustin Hoffman, I know that they've made a remake of it. Haven't seen that yet. I saw this movie years ago, so not everything is crisp and clear in my memory of it, but what I do remember is that it's jarring and it's in violence. So we'll see. And I didn't get to watch the Criterion version of it, so I'm going to be listening to all the little tidbits that they include, commentaries and so on and so forth, interviews. And yeah, hopefully this will be a different viewing experience. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. Thank you to anybody who has been a new subscriber to my channel. I really, really appreciate that. I love chatting movies, books, comic books, all of it. I mean, for the longest time, my channel was primarily comic books, and that was awesome, and I had a lot of fun, and I still love comics, and I still buy them and read them regularly. But I do have other things that I like to do, and so it's like, why not include books? Why not include movies? why should I just be sort of relegated to confining my passions into one thing? I get that, you know, if you pick and choose one thing only, you can sort of focus maybe a lot better and probably really develop a quote unquote audience for your videos. But I do this for fun. And the people who watch my videos and who support my channel, totally appreciate it. And I'm going to try to do my best to put out some content on a more regular basis and try to get back to doing reviews and stuff like that. Because I did that a lot with my comics and I miss it because I like to get into stuff. Not everybody enjoys a heady conversation, but I like it. I dig it. So hopefully I'll get around to getting back to that. And again, thank you to the people who have continued to support me with my channel and for any new subscribers. And please drop me a line down below. Tell me what you guys think about any of the movies that I picked up. If you guys are into the Criterion collection and have any recommendations of great flicks to pick up, I would be totally open to hearing some suggestions and recommendations always. And yeah, that's it for me. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. And until next time, take care. Peace.